Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Hillary Clinton loves to point out how much of a totalitarian Vladimir Putin is, axing journalists who dare expose government corruption there in Russia. But let's take a look at what we can expect from a Hillary Clinton dictatorship. She is already at war with the First Amendment. She's made it abundantly clear that she is going after any of the media that she can't control. Most recently, her campaign website features a hit piece on the dark heart, Alex Jones, who, of course, she name-dropped in her recent alt-media speech.
I will not let you down. You will be very, very impressed, I hope. And I think we'll be speaking a lot.
Sandy Hook is a synthetic, completely fake, with actors, in my view, manufactured.
I will not let you down.
The official story is a fable, and that inside job is the only explanation.
You will be very, very impressed, I hope.
They're the ones running ISIS. I mean, I've interviewed the cops and the people that saw the feds plant the bombs in Oklahoma City.
I think we'll be speaking a lot.
I think she's going to show up. And on drugs, though. She's going to be whacked out.
I will not let you down.
She's a frickin' demon, and she stinks, and so does Obama. I go, like what? Sulfur. Now, I have the government documents where they said they're going to encourage homosexuality with chemicals so that people don't have children. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. And I'll tell you, it is surreal to talk about issues here on air and then word for word hear Trump say it 2 days later. It is amazing.
And new WikiLeaks emails reveal that she did absolutely nothing to lift the UK travel ban on talk show host Michael Savage. Now, Savage had his travel banned to the UK by the government's top Homeland Security official in 2009. This is along with terrorists and neo-Nazi murderers, the pretext being that his views might provoke violence. Now, as an American citizen, Savage appealed directly to Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State to help him defend his First Amendment rights. But now we see with these new emails that Hillary Clinton herself said to her aides, let's hold on doing anything until we all talk. Apparently, they didn't want to come off as hypocritical. Cheryl Mills points out that the same ban imposed by the UK on Savage could happen in the U.S. under current law. So this is coming from a woman who could be president and her top aide saying, you know, we could do the same kind of ban here in the U.S. You know, we don't want to come off as hypocrites. Now, in response to her email being hacked, you'll recall that she said she was ready to take military action against Russia for the cyber war. Well, now U.S. Vice President Joe Biden is issuing these same type of suggestions. He says the Obama administration may launch a retaliatory cyber strike against Russia in response to what Washington believes to be interference by Moscow in this year's election. So no proof of that, but they want everyone to know that Russia is rigging the election. But oh, by the way, the election can't possibly be rigged. So they can't really get their story straight. But is it a coincidence that Julian Assange had his internet link intentionally severed by a state party this weekend? Of course, the internet is just one of his only means of contact with the outside world. He's been locked up in the Ecuadorian embassy for more than 4 years. And earlier this month, Assange claimed that his organization would aim to publish documents every single week in the run-up to the U.S. election day on November 8th. So, of course, then he gets his internet link severed. Now, we know that the establishment media is totally bought and paid for, controlled by the Clinton campaign. So they're absolutely not going to be covering these WikiLeaks releases, which is one of the reasons why Alex Jones is in her crosshairs, because Infowars is putting out the truth that they don't want you to see. CNN actually came out and said that it is illegal for anyone but CNN to look into the WikiLeaks emails. It isn't. But we should all be shaken to the core that the establishment corporate media is trying to push out this narrative that only they should be able to have access to information. They're actively trying to control your access to the truth. They don't think that you're smart enough to be able to sift through all of the information that's out there. Because let's not forget, just last week, President Obama said that there needs to be some sort of a news curator to filter out the truth, make it easier for people to get the truth. So, of course, this is the truth according to those in power. Okay, I think most people are relatively intelligent enough to be able to sift through the massive data that's out there. Google immediately releases their fact check filter. So this is going to be great for people with zero critical thinking skills. And this is the dumbed down, compliant citizenry of despotic dreams. And what we know from these WikiLeaks emails that the Democratic Party, that's the kind of people that they're hoping to raise, is this compliant citizenry. So people need to understand that control of the news media is instrumental. It is a key feature of a totalitarian government. And one of the reasons why the United States has worked for so long with relative freedom is because of the First Amendment and freedom of speech and the protections of freedom of the press. And right now we are witnessing a very slippery slope of authoritarianism creeping into our country. In fact, we have some people out there in the media actively celebrating the fact that Hillary Clinton has come out saying that she is going to treat the First Amendment and independent journalists with the same dictatorial powers that she claims to despise in Vladimir Putin.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday night is the biggest presidential debate in United States history, and we have full coverage for you at Infowars.com/show. We will have all our reporters on this desk, on another desk, behind the scenes, cutting up tape, analyzing what the two presidential nominees say. We will also have boots on the ground in Las Vegas, talking to people on the street, scoping the scenes, getting a feel for the atmosphere. We're going to have all of it for you on Infowars.com/show. So be sure when you're thinking about where to go for the presidential debate on Wednesday night, remember that we will have live coverage for you at Infowars.com/show. The best coverage covering all angles, real fact checking, moment by moment, with everyone from our talented team on the scene. And don't forget, of course, Alex Jones himself will be live, breaking down all the lies from Hillary, all the powerful comments from Trump, and everything in between, including the moderators. The best place for presidential coverage, the best place for debate coverage is Infowars.com/show. Be sure you're there on Wednesday night.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
We kept changing this formula over and over and over again until it became sort of a grand puzzle. This just increases the compounds you already have.
This is what you're actually designed to run on. You will find Brain Force, Survival Shield X2, and other game-changing products at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.